Derek Underwood, Kent and England. I first came across Derek when he came into the Kent side in the early 60s, and he bowled left arm cutters over the wicket. Now in English cricket then we were playing on uncovered pitches, so most of the games, sometimes it was a flat good batting pitch, quite a lot of the games there was a bit in it for the spinners or a bit in it for the seamers. And when it rained overnight or during the day, the rain fell on the pitch, the footholes were covered, but not the pitch itself. And he became absolutely unique. Once the pitch got wet, sometimes very wet, soggy, if you try to bowl a spinner, it doesn't turn, it just skids on. Only when it starts to dry out and become tacky does spin take effect. Now Derek didn't bowl just spinners, he bowled cutters. He cut the ball quicker than a spinner, and it ripped pieces out of a wet pitch. And the ball would jump alarmingly all over the place. And he was very difficult to play. I remember the first time I came across him when he was bowling left arm over the wicket, the only shot I could think of playing against him was bowling over the wicket. If he pitched outside leg stump, he's to have a hit at him, what we would call a sweep or a slog sweep, because if it pitched outside leg, he couldn't get you out LBW. And then after that, obviously the Kent people talked to him that he'd be more effective if he bowled around the wicket. He then went round the wicket, took him a little while to just get used to it. He got used to bowling. He could bowl on dry turners. He could bowl on the wet pitches, uncovered pitches. Just remember he helped bowl Australia out at the Oval in 68 when there's only an hour and a half left on the last day. He bowled so accurately, so tight and mean. Very few four balls. And he created his own pressure without anybody at the other end, because he didn't give you any runs. In fact, as a fielder, when I was fielding for him for England, if any of us fielders allowed the batsman to steal a single, he would glare at you. He never shouted or said anything, but he hated people pinching singles, because he knew that he wasn't going to give them easy four balls. They'd have to work hard for it, and if they played a good shot, fine. He accepted that. But he didn't like them pinching singles, especially if the fielders were a little bit asleep or a bit slow in stopping it. On wet pitches, Deadly, it was his name, Derek Underwood, was unplayable. Really was. Remember a match against Kent, and it was raining. We sat in the pavilion, and we said, joking to him, "Deadly, what do you think? This rain, 6 for 40 you'll get?" He said, "Yeah, but if it rains another hour, I'll get 7 for 20. And I thought he was a great bowler, because he could bowl on flat pitches. They had the mentality to bowl over after over, to be miserly, to give nothing away, to do a great job of attacking the batsman but keeping the runs down on good pitches. He wasn't just a bowler who only bowled on pitches when it was in his favour. And he was truly great, but I think he got nearly 300 wickets. He went to Packer, he'd have got more wickets for England if he hadn't gone to Packer for a couple of 3 years. And he just had the mentality and the skill to bowl on all conditions.